Hello everyone, this is the Functional Dysfunctional Minion number 19, and I'd like to speak today about bringing very young kids to Shul. And I'd like to divide my words into three. Number one, bringing kids, let's say under the age of 3. Again, I'm giving a generalization, each kid is different, but let's just say for the sake of argument, under the age of 3. These kids can't be educated yet to the sanctity of the synagogue, to the elevation of prayer. They're going to do the same thing in shul that they're going to do at home. They're going to play, they're going to eat, they're going to make crumbs, they're going to do what they do in any place that they find themselves. In this age, I really don't understand why to bring them to shul. I believe that they'll be a nuisance to the parents, they'll be a nuisance to other people davening. And I can tell you from personal experience that when I had kids that age, we did not bring them to shul. Quite the contrary. We hired a babysitter to watch our kids at home in order for us to go to shul. And I never regretted that decision. But now they get to the age of 3. They're young kids. The age of 3 all the way up, let's say, to the age of 6, 7, when they stop making noise in shul. On the one hand, they will sometimes make noise in shul. On the other hand, we want to start educating them to come to shul. And I'd like to share a story in this regard and be very definitive and very argumentative. There is a place in Israel that has 4 Ashkenazic shuls in a radius of 200 meters approximately. And I was perplexed how come there's so many shuls in such a short radius. So I asked, because I have an inquisitive mind and I'm always looking for material about davening. And indeed, I don't know why all the shuls were founded, but I know why one of them were founded. And the story goes as follows. They were davening in a shul with the rabbi, and the Rebbetzin couldn't stand noise in shul. So she put up a nice big sign in shul that said as follows: bringing young kids to shul is like taking 2 parking spots. You back into a parking spot. Instead of parking in your parking spot, you park in between both of them, so you're taking 2 parking spots. Well, as you can well imagine, all the parents who had young children were offended, and such started a breakaway. I find this story to be terrible. Young kids should be brought to shul, and yes, they're going to make a little noise, but we have to regulate ourselves to the value of our future. And our future does not start with everything being perfect. Our future starts with problems, and problems will be a little noise. If they're making too much noise, I'm pretty sure the parents will take them out unless the parents are totally in another world. But if they make a little noise here and a little noise there, we have to be a little tolerant. In a word, if we're tolerant about adults making noise, namely they're talking during davening, I'm pretty sure we can be tolerant of young kids making noise from time to time. Again, too much noise, I'm sure parents will look after it. And little noise, let's just suffice it to say, let's look at the value and the advantage of the fact that there are kids in shul. Our future is there, as opposed to an empty shul with just old people. I can promise everyone that we do not want to be in a shul with the old joke in which they say, we come to shul to help the 9 old men daven. We want to be in a shul with young people. And now, of course, we get to the age of, let's say, pre-bar mitzvah. At that age, I think not only should they come to shul, they should be involved in shul. So they can't yet daven for an amud, they can't yet lead services, but they should be very involved, both girls and boys. Boys should be asked to do Kabbalat Shabbat until Ma'ariv, Sukkot Zimra. Girls should be asked to take leadership roles, and I mean leadership roles, not just things on the periphery. And that's the only way we're going to have a true community. I believe that without kids in shul, we won't have a future, and it has to start young. Mashal lema hadavar domeh. There is a big debate right now in Israel about drafting a certain segment of the Orthodox population into the military. I'm pretty sure everybody knows where I stand on it. But I also don't believe that you're going to go ahead and at 18 all of a sudden wake them up to this reality. You have to start much younger. And the same thing is true with anything, and it includes davening. You start from a young age. You bring them to shul. And then eventually you give them leadership roles. And eventually when they're 13 and 12 and they have to come to shul, they'll feel at home. They'll feel totally at home. They'll feel like this is a home for me for years. It's a normative thing for me to be there. Not only am I welcome there, I feel totally at home there. Wishing everyone a wonderful week.